That's inexcusable.
These are the 20 wildest moments ever in football history. And one of them happened just last season. Chelsea-Tottenham clash in August 2022 was a simmering pot of tension. Sparks flew when Tuchel got riled up over Spurs' first equaliser. And then the heat really turned up in the second half. Tuchel channeled his inner Mourinho, dashing down the sideline after Chelsea took the lead. Spurs would have the final laugh though, netting a 96-minute equaliser. Time for celebration, right? Well... The first time I saw this moment, I was seriously grossed out. These two players were like cats and dogs the whole game. And then Rijkaard goes and does something that's on a whole new level of bad. He throws in a terrible tackle on the German guy. And as he zips by, he literally spits on him. But it doesn't end there. Oh no. Voller gets a yellow card, and wait for it. The free kick from that first tackle, Voller actually pulls away from challenging the goalkeeper and still gets himself a red card. And you won't believe it, but Rijkaard starts mocking him, and wait for it again. He spits at Voller again. What the fuck? Seriously, what's with this guy and spitting? Voller couldn't believe it. He keeps his cool though, jogs off the field, and props to him, he doesn't take the bait. But it was a whole new level of bizarre. And these die-hard Blackburn Rovers fans will know a little something about bizarre. They brought a hen to the game and let it loose on the pitch. Why the hell did they do that for?
What the hell is even that?
Well, those chicken farming owners were driving them nuts. The fans were already giving the team a hard time, and then they chucked the hen, all decked out in club colours. The funniest part? This all went down right before Rovers lost to Wigan at their home ground, Ewood Park, sealing their relegation to the Championship. Oh god, I'd be fuming if I was a Rovers fan. But if I ever ended up like Esteban Alvarado from AZ Alkmaar, I would definitely ask for help from my therapist. Back in 2011, this guy is facing off against Ajax in a Dutch Cup match. Out of nowhere, a pitch invader charges at him, and what does Esteban do? He transforms into a ninja with a flying kick, and even goes for the ground and pound. And obviously he got a red card for it, but later on his red card was actually revoked, and I truly think that's the first time that's ever happened in football. But not everyone is willing to throw hands for their team. Some prefer to fight their own teammates. I present to you Lee Bowyer and Kieran Dyer. These two, both playing for Newcastle United, started duking it out in the middle of the pitch in a Premier League match against Aston Villa back in 2005.
Oh, there's a fight going on here between two Newcastle players. Kieran Dyer and Lee Bowyer are having a fight. Goodness me, what on earth is going on?
The referee had no choice but to show them red cards, and Newcastle, well, they ended up losing 3-0. Violence can really be misdirected sometimes. And that was on show back in January 2013 during a League Cup semi-final between Swansea and Chelsea, when a 17-year-old ball boy named Charlie Morgan decides he's going to be Swansea's secret weapon.
Wow, that's inexcusable. Well, certainly has wrestled the ball away from the ball boy.
Turns out this kid's the son of a Swansea big shot, and he had actually bragged about his time-wasting skills on Twitter before the game. One man that could do with Charlie's acting skills, though, is Narcisse Ekanga. Back in the African Cup of Nations in 2012, Equatorial Guinea were hosting Senegal, so his team's 1-0 up, and stoppage time's ticking down. He was determined to keep this lead, and went a little overboard.
História dos fingimentos, vamos ver se entrou mesmo. Foi nada, Henrique Vaz. Absolutamente nada.
Ele escapou da falta.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance!
But even that Shakespearean performance is put to shame by the absolute madness that was South Korea versus Italy back in 2002.
And saw the whole incident, he could well have sent him off underwater.
Totally concede the point that you make. Let's have a look at
We're talking penalties, red cards, and even a golden goal. But hold up, it gets wilder. The ref, Byron Moreno, ends up getting caught smuggling 6 kilograms of heroin in his underwear. Moreno's ref career went downhill faster than a bobsled. Suspended for 20 matches, more dodgy calls, and then he's caught smuggling heroin at JFK. You just can't make this stuff up, man. But for Spurs fans, it's just one embarrassment after another. Premier League press conferences usually are like watching paint dry. The same odd questions with the same odd answers. But there is one that was truly special. The time when Antonio Conte decided to give us a true show after Tottenham blew a 2-goal lead against Southampton back in March. At St Mary's, Conte went full-on truth bomb.
The club paid us a lot of money. The players receive money. Not to find excuse and don't have spirit.
Why do you think it is like this?
Why? Bah, I don't know, because they are used here. Don't play for something important. Tottenham story is this: 20 years that there is the owner and never won something.
And considering how they've handled the Harry Kane saga this summer, Antonio seems pretty correct in hindsight. Needless to say, Conte didn't stick around for long after that. Seriously, this thing blew up the internet. One thing that really went under the radar though was when back in February of 2011, there was this match in Colombia, Atletico Junior versus Deportivo Pereira. And out of nowhere, an owl lands on the field. But of course, that's not that wild. It's what happened to the owl.
They were winning 2-1 against Deportivo.
Now you think people would help out, but nope. Pereira defender Luis Moreno had other ideas. He goes and kicks the owl off the field.
You fucking donkey!
Unsurprisingly, the owl didn't make it, and Moreno's chances of joining Peter went straight down the drain. Now then, let's talk about a moment that deserves a special award. Picture this, a Premier League match between Sheffield United and Red already simmering with intensity. Then comes Keith Gillespie, who just got subbed in, who goes and does this.
Well, if he's seen this, then I think Gillespie's in trouble.
It's Hartman. Oh, he's gone. Keith Gillespie.
Gillespie got an extremely early exit. And man, you rarely see something like that on the pitch, especially nowadays. Which makes the 2003-2004 fixture between Arsenal and Manchester United even more special, because it would get spicy. Real spicy. United striker Ruud van Nistelrooy gets tangled up in an incident with Gunners midfielder Patrick Vieira. Vieira ends up getting the boot for a second yellow after a little kick-out action. But then, fast forward to the very last minute, and Diego Forlan earns United a penalty. Van Nistelrooy steps up, but shocker, he misses! Cue the Arsenal players jumping on him in celebration, and chaos erupts as the final whistle blows, sealing a 0-0 draw. That missed penalty played a big role as Arsenal went on to have an unbeaten season. This game had everything, except obviously for a goal. Maybe they should have factored in some ball boys into their plan, because back in 2012, Fernanda Maya was a ball girl who turned into a real game changer. In the Campeonato Carioca final between Botafogo and Vasco da Gama, things got a little wild. A lightning quick throw to Sebastian Abreu helped Michael score Botafogo's third goal of the afternoon, with the Brazilian press giving the assist to Maya for her efficiency. Now here's the kicker. Fernanda's not a ball girl anymore. She used her fame to become a model, and even did a gig posing for Playboy. She really capitalized on that opportunity, didn't she? Something that Sebastian Ryle will know all about. Back on February 14th, 2015, Sydney FC's Ryle takes a tumble right inside the box, and voila, penalty time for his team. But here's the twist.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What the hell, man? He had no clue what was going on. But now I have to move on to something special. Or someone special, should I say. Mr. Jose Mourinho. After some rough rides in the Premier League, he's back at it in Roma, feeling like his old self. But get this, he hits peak paranoid special one mode during a game against Monza in May. And he decides to wear a microphone for the entirety of the match, all to cover his back from any wild accusations from officials. But alright, now it's time for the top 5. And this is getting truly crazy, especially number 1. Alright, so you know how we've seen dogs and cats take a stroll on the field during matches, right? Classic, I know. But this moment is a little odd even by football standards. We're in the Swiss Super League, FC Thun versus FC Zurich, March 2013. And guess who shows up? A pine marten. Yeah, apparently that's a real thing. Now this little guy is a real trickster. Nobody could catch him. Seriously. Then comes Zurich's defender, Loris Benito, like, I got this, guys. And he absolutely did not have it.
Meep, meep.
Much like David Pratt when Chippenham squared up against Bashley. Just 3 seconds into the game, he lunges at Bashley's Chris Knowles, and bam, he's out of there, sent off straight away. You can bet he wished the ground would have swallowed him up for real. It seems he has a long way to go and a lot of lessons to learn. Lessons he, no doubt, could have taken from Diego Maradona. So picture this, Atletico players are coming at it, and Maradona goes all ninja on them. We're talking high kicks, low kicks, the whole shebang. It's like a karate demo instead of a brawl. He even gets knocked down. But suddenly, he transforms into Bruce Lee, taking care of business in the same smooth moves. I mean, who knew Maradona had a black belt? The man was a handful for his size. And I have no doubt he is smiling down from heaven at this ball boy. This bizarre scene unfolded back in September 2010. Anderlecht's goalie Silvio Proto rolls up to Liers.
Gebied goed meegenomen, de gebied gaat trappen. Trappen. Niet keizer.
You won't believe this. This ball boy right behind the goal, total rebel. He flat out refuses to fetch the ball for Proto. But wait, it gets even better. Or worse. I'll leave that up to you. This pint-sized Belgian kid doesn't stop there. He marches up to Proto for good measure, like he's ready to throw down. But all of that is no match for what went down at the 1962 FIFA World Cup in Chile during a match between Italy and the hosting country. This was war. The players were tackling each other like there was no tomorrow. And the refs seemed almost lost in the chaos. Punches, kicks, and even elbows. It was like a no-holds-barred fight. The game had only been going on for 12 seconds when the first foul happened. Newspapers and fans couldn't get enough of this chaos, and the match became famous as the Battle of Santiago. The funniest thing is, this isn't even the most bizarre thing that's ever happened on the football pitch. Do you know how many moments had a 1 in a billion chance of happening? Just watch this one, you'll see what I mean.